Hello everyone. So today I'm starting out on a new journey along with everyone. I have recently started doing makeup and I don't know, I'm definitely not a pro and definitely not in the position to give anybody any advice, but I'm just starting out on this journey and I just wanted to share my love for makeup with you everybody. And this look here today is a very nude, subtle look for everyday wear. I mean, for everyone, starting from your office work to even doctors. So I usually sport this look when I'm out for work. So I just like to show you how I do it. So if you want to know how I got this look, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I'm not one of those people who can wear like fancy headbands and leave their hair open and do their makeup. So I'm going with a very basic look. That is, I'm going to tie my hair back totally, or even kind of, let's say, use this. Kind of twist this up into a knot with a clutch. I know it looks silly, so I'm just going to go for this basic look. So the first thing you need to know is that before doing any sort of makeup, your face must be totally clean. And I mean squeaky clean. So what you have to do is, first of all, just clean your face, then just wipe it off with a towel and let it just stay for like 5 or 10 seconds until the kind of water just gets absorbed into the skin. Now you want to take a very basic moisturizer. Any sort of moisturizer will do. Even if you have oily skin like I do. I mean, I sweat and I oil on my face like anything. So what you want to do is you want to take a very basic moisturizer and just kind of, for a daily use, just kind of put those into those areas where you have the maximum need for moisturization. I'm just going to massage it well. Okay. Okay, one thing again I'd like to reiterate, I am not a pro. I'm not asking you to follow this style. I'm just sharing with you. Okay, so my face is well moisturized now. Now what I'll do is I'll take this primer. This is the Color Essence Pre-Makeup Base. As you can see here, I'm going to take just a little amount of it. Okay, warm it a little between my fingers and then just dab it on those areas where I need the makeup to stay on longer. Instantly on application of the primer, you should feel that your skin is smooth, it's supple, and is basically a blank canvas on which you can start applying your makeup. Now, I am going to take a very cult foundation which is a favorite of almost many YouTubers, if not all. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Plus Polish Foundation, and I'm in the shade, well, I forgot the shade. Anyway, I'll link it in the description box so you can check it out. As you can see, this has a very runny consistency. So make sure you don't take a lot of it, just maybe like a small drop of it and then spread it like this. Or at least that's how I do it. Okay. I'm going to just like dot it all over my face. And then I'm going to take this favorite tool, the beauty blender. This is not the beauty blender, this is a very generic sponge. I got it from Amazon. I think it's by a company called the Puna store. I'll be linking it in the description box. So you just take the flat end of it and I just kind of like to dab it on my face. Okay, I'm actually using a mirror. See, many people use the swiping movements, but for me, I find that it doesn't help me much because I feel this beauty blender takes away the product. So I like to just dab it on, and I like this foundation because even like when you dab it, it instantaneously gives you such a beautiful blending. Okay, if you want, you can just blend with your hands a little bit more. Okay. Okay, now that my foundation is done, I want to just apply a little bit of a concealer. Okay, now I'm going to take this concealer tub. It is the NYX full coverage concealer. Okay, I don't know if you can see here. This concealer basically blends like a dream for me. There's a very close dupe of it. I don't know, many of you might have used, that's a Bharat and Doris concealer. That's a lot cheaper, but I'm going to just dab it into those areas which I feel they need a little bit of concealing, because if you can see, I have a lot of spots here. I just like to dab those into those areas. And I don't know why I get spots in this area. Anyway, so see, and one more thing, for an everyday look, you don't need to actually put the concealer under your eyes if you don't have dark circles. For me, I don't. So, and there's no point of brightening up like anything if you're going to the hospital, like I have to. It should not look cakey, it should not look made up, but then you should look a little bit polished. And that's all. That's the look I'm going for. As you can see, I like to use my finger for the concealing the blending of the concealer, so I don't need a brush for it. If you have any ideas on what kind of brushes I can use for blending of my concealer, please leave them in the comments box. I would love to view your ideas as well. Okay, so that's it for the concealer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my whole face using this cult powder. This is the L'Oreal Matte Magique All-in-One Compact. I am just going to take the powder with a small puff and kind of like just set my face with it. Not too much, because if you end up overpowdering your face, you're going to look like a mannequin. And one thing I've discovered, like even many people have told me that if you oil on your face a lot, you should use a large amount of powder. Personally, I don't think how that has helped me, because however much of powder I use, the moment I get out in the sun, I start sweating and the whole thing comes off. So basically use that much, which is just right for you. So I guess my face is done here. Now my base is ready. Okay, now I'm going to go with this palette by Makeup Revolution. As you can see, this has got like a full length mirror, and it has got like these many shades. There are 2 highlighters here, and these are the 3 setting powders, and these 3 are for the bronzing or for the blush or whatever way you like to use them. My favorite is this shade right here. Alright, so I'm going to just take a little bit amount of it. Okay, as you can see, a lot of product has come out. One more thing, for daily usage, you don't really need to look like a chiseled goddess. And even if you do look like one, it better not be made up, because anyway it becomes very apparent. So just a hint of contouring will make you look like $1,000,000, at least for daily usage. That's just the look I'm going for here. As you can see, a very sharp line has been created here, so I'm going to just take my damn sponge and sponge it out. Alright. With contouring, the basic idea is that your blending should be really, really good. Okay, now for daily work purposes, I don't feel the need to make my face more contoured than this, because I'm just going to look very artificial. So I don't do a lot of that. And for people who have like a large forehead, they can try a little bit of contouring around the forehead like this. But in my case, it doesn't really work because I don't have that large a forehead. And as for my jawline, I have just not felt the need for doing that, because I just don't like it, and I'm basically a very lazy person. I don't like so much of contouring in the morning. So that's it for me for the contouring. To the eyes, it's your wish completely if you want to go for I mean for a eyeshadow look or not. But for me, some days I like to go for an eyeshadow look, but then that has to be really subtle, and the other days I don't even feel the need for using any eyeshadow. So while I'm here today, I'll take the same shade I used here, this one right here. I'm going to take this with a blending brush and just kind of define my outer corners. I'm going to put it here in this outer corner a little bit. I don't know if it's visible or not. And then just kind of define my crease. Okay? You can go deeper or lighter with it as you please, because that's a personal preference. I shouldn't be the one to tell you this is too much or this is too less. For me personally, I like it to be very natural. As you can see right here, I don't know if it's visible or not. This looks really, really natural. Okay. If you can see, I'm kind of doing a wiggling movement and then I'm pushing it out towards the front. Alright? I'm happy with my eyeshadow. Now I'm going to do the eyebrows. How could I forget them? They are so important. I'm going to take this Nika Brow Chica Wow pencil and I'm going to kind of lightly define my eyebrows. See, one thing, this pencil has a very, very creamy texture. I mean, if you want a brown eyeliner, even this can do the job. So you need to take a very less amount of it and then kind of, brush it out with this spoolie right here. So I'm doing just that. I'm filling in the gaps with this pencil tip with a very light hand, and then I'm just kind of brushing it out with this spoolie. That actually gives a very, very natural look. Now, some people like to do their brows a lot more defined than this, but I feel this is perfect for daily use. Okay? Yeah. Instantly, you can see that there is a huge difference between this brow and this brow. So, I'm going to do the same thing with the other brow. Go with a very light hand. That is actually the dictum of doing your brows for everyday makeup look. Okay? I like how my brows look, so I'm just going to move on to the other things. Eyeliner. So I'm using this Music Flat Gel Eyeliner in the shade brown, and I'm going to use this brush that came along with it. I got this from Amazon. This texture is really good and its cost is so cheap. I'll link all the prices in the description box. I'm not going to do anything too fancy. I'm just going to take this and draw a line over my upper lid. Oh, this blends like a dream. There's no tugging, no pulling. Oh, I love it. Okay. Honestly, I got this after reading the reviews on Amazon about it. Sorry, on YouTube about it, and it seems that they are a hot selling item. And now I can see why. Its texture is so creamy, so nice. You can just glide it on without, prepping your eyes first. I haven't prepped my eyes. I've just put eyeshadow, and now I'm just applying the eyeliner. Okay. Okay. Now that my eyes are also done, I'm going to go for my lipstick. Now I'm a sucker for all neutral brown shades. So I'm just taking first of all a little bit of lip balm to kind of moisturize my lip area, and then I'm going to apply the lipstick. This is the Maybelline Baby Lip. Sorry, I forgot to tell you about it. Now, some people say that you should put the lip balm and then rub it off and then put the lipstick, so you should have a proper exfoliated nice lip for putting the lipstick on. But I feel if your lips are already exfoliated, already in a good position, then putting the lip balm and then putting on the lipstick without removing it, it's actually a little bit more comfortable. So now I'm going to take this lipstick shade from Nika. This is the shade 01. I'm going to link the details of this lipstick. Okay. Okay. Okay, so guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you like what you see, and if you do, then please don't forget to please like my video, subscribe to my channel. It's a new one. I'm just starting out on this journey with you, and I'd love to have your opinions. So this is it for today, and I guess I'll see you next week. Till then, bye.